So if you're following me on Instagram and on Twitter and on Facebook and all those other places, you'll know that the other day Hasbro sent me this cool, it's like a replica Earlybird Certificate. It's kind of like a cute little package thing. They sent this to me in an envelope. It says, includes Earlybird Certificate package reminiscent of 1977, packaged by Kenner. Now, if you're part of the younger crowd and maybe you don't know the full Star Wars history, when Star Wars came out in 1977, there were no toys. There were no toys. They didn't know how big of a hit it was going to be. So once they did figure out how big of a hit it was going to be, they're like, oh shoot, we need to get toys because these kids are going to buy toys. I mean, look at us now. Of course you need Star Wars toys. But they didn't have them ready. And they knew that if they started right then, the process to get toys made takes months. Months, long time. So someone had the bright idea to make this. And then what it was is a Earlybird Certificate package, and you would go to Sears or Kmart or wherever stores that were hot at back in '77, and your parents would buy you this. You'd essentially be buying a cardboard display box thing, and it was basically the first pre-order is what it was. You'd send your little shipping money, you'd fill out your certificate, put it in the mail, and I think maybe shipping fee or something, I don't know, or it was all prepaid. It was basically a pre-order. What we know now is it was like the first pre-order. And you would send off your certificate, and then in the mail, I think it was like a couple months later, 6 months later or something, you would receive a package with all your toys. But either way, they wanted me to celebrate May the 4th. They wanted me to show you what I got. They sent me some cool stickers, and thank you, Hasbro. So I got a cool May the Force Be With You sticker, the Star Wars C-3PO R2-D2, and then inside was a little like press blurb thing, and that's it. That's all that was in here. It's just kind of a cute, neat idea. I think that's really cool, actually. But it says, imagine when your Hasbro Star Wars May the 4th package arrives today, you can create your favorite Star Wars adventures at home, grab your lightsaber, and get ready to kick off May the 4th with Hasbro when some of the epic saga's most beloved characters get a blast from the past. That's so cool. So yeah, enjoy this special delivery from Hasbro inspired by Kenner's iconic Earlybird Certificate package from 1977. So use hashtag celebrate the saga, hashtag May the 4th. I'm stoked on my stickers. I'm stoked on my package. But then yesterday I come home from work and this guy's waiting for me. Look at this thing. Look, is that, yeah, there you go. X-Wing. This is the old school packaging. I love it. It's so cool. Look at that. There's Stormtrooper, Vader, Chewie, Leia, Luke, Han. Star Wars on the back. This is cool. All right. I've already actually opened it. If you guys caught my live stream, this is why you need to have the notifications on. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you do all that stuff because I'm still doing toy reviews. I know I've been doing Galaxy's Edge. I know. That's because Galaxy's Edge is hot right now. But let me tell you this much. Got it open. Here's the Legend of Zelda moment. Da-da-da-da. Look at that. Look at that packaging. That's freaking cool. I love, there's a little, you can barely see it. There's a TIE fighter over here shooting at the X-Wing. There's a Death Star on this side. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. Now inside the box is, first one I grabbed is Chewbacca. Rest in peace, Peter Mayhew. That's a pretty sad day when we learned about that. But here he is, the retro, old school style. Chewbacca, the mighty Wookiee. And notice in the packaging, there's actually this, there's a lot of like weathering and stuff going on there. Kind of interesting, right? There's like fake weathering. There's this thing that is a sticker. It's kind of weird they made this and then added a sticker later, but it is what it is. So we've got Chewbacca, and he looks cool. I used to have that when I was like 97, and I got one at a garage sale. Han Solo, very nice, very, very nice. Looks cool, looks cool. Who else we got? We've got, Luke Skywalker with the telescoping lightsaber. I'm trying not to get too much glare there. But Luke Skywalker with the telescoping lightsaber. That's really cool. I never had a lot of these vintage figures. So I'm actually really stoked to have the new retro version. Now, they're not exactly the same. I saw an infographic going on from someone yesterday that showed the 3 different ones. Because they re-released these again in the 90s. Kenner actually re-released them in the 90s, and now here we are in 2019, they're being re-released again. And the originals, the ones from the 90s and the ones now, have all been slightly different in size. And even some of like the way they look. But, so these are unique sculpts. They're not exact like repressings of the ones from 77. They're very, very close, but they're not exact. Very cool looking. Stormtrooper. I like it. I like it. And then I'm down to 2 more. Oh, the princess. To me, she's royalty. Princess Leia. Oh, she looks so good. And I love that packaging. I love the artwork on the packaging. There's part of me that doesn't want to open these. That wants to just leave them in package because they look so cool. But they sent them to me early. And I'm gonna go buy my own set to keep nice, I think is what I should do. And for the sake of the review video, I should open these things up, right? I feel like that's the way to go. Yeah, look, Darth Vader. Oh, he looks cool. He looks lovely. Look, he's in his bubble. He's a little Darth Vader. And then the back of the package. The back of the package is all the same, no matter which one you pick. So that's pretty cool. No, I'm noticing in the box it says Star Wars, but it's like cut off. What's yeesh. I dropped something. It's just a black thing, okay. And then inside the box it just says Star Wars and there's some stars. This is cool though. I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot, but I like it. Oh, there was this paper that was in there. Hasbro's bringing you a blast from the past with their new line of Star Wars Retro Collection figures. Celebrate the saga. Inspired by original Kenner figures, Hasbro Star Wars Retro Collection features nostalgic retro style that is reminiscent of the iconic 1977 design. We hope you'll join us in celebrating the galaxy's epic adventures, which will culminate with the final chapter in the Skywalker saga, Star Wars Episode 9, in theaters December 20th. Did we have a date? I didn't know that we had an official. Maybe I did know that. But December 20th is when Episode 9 comes out. And they want us to share the unboxing and the special delivery on socials. Hashtag May the 4th. Hashtag Celebrate the Saga. Very cool. Thank you for providing free product, Hasbro. I appreciate it. Now, guys, I dug these out. You're probably like, what are those, Dana? What does that mean? You wanna? Okay, I'm gonna show you. Take a look at that. I have the old Death Star. It didn't have the cardboard pieces in there because the one I've got is what we would call a beater. It's not in the best condition, but I've set it up with some newer figures. There you go. You can kind of see them in there. Little trash compactor, Ben, and Darth Vader, and yeah. So I'm gonna remove those figures. I'm gonna pull that thing down. I'm gonna get this off the table, and we're gonna put these retro figures into the retro Death Star. Before I do all of that, I'm gonna open one of these up, and actually I want to test something. So that is a sticker on the front, right? And a lot of people have been wondering, can't you just remove the sticker and it'll look cooler? Because a lot of people don't like the sticker. They think it looks weird, and they'd rather it just be the full card with no weird orange sticker. So, kids, do not try this at home. I have a lighter. Generally, I don't know if you've removed stickers before, but because they're held on with like an adhesive glue, if you melt that glue, and you got to be very careful when doing this not to hurt the package, but if you melt the glue, woo, yeah, be careful. I feel that on the back of the paper. Oh, it started to bubble a little bit, but will it? I don't think that worked. No. Oh no, it kind of worked. I can feel it. I can feel it. Sticker seems to be coming off a little bit. Not super great. Nope. Still got stuck. Man, normally the heat method works great. Normally. And it doesn't take much. But again, you run the risk of damaging your package, so maybe I don't recommend doing that. It looks like, I don't know if maybe they thought of that, but for people who wanted to just have a cleaner looking card, you could. It's going to take some work. You can see underneath the thing, I kind of started peeling the sticker. The image is still there. The image is definitely still there. Let's try one more time here. Caught fire. Uh-oh. Smoking. Yeah, do not try this at home, kids. That's dangerous. I hope I don't set off a smoke alarm. Kids, don't play with lighters. This got weird. This video got weird. Nope. It's going to take way more work than I want to invest in it. Yeah, no. It's not easy to rip that sticker off. Either that or I'm a dingus. So, let's just, I did it. I unboxed him. I unboxed the Stormtrooper. Oh, okay. I like him. I like him. I like him. Oh, that blaster did not stay in his hand very well. But, yeah. He is not super good at holding that blaster. And I don't know if the original ones were or not, but he keeps wanting to drop it. Either. It was almost gone forever. But look at him. Look at that little guy. He's cool. He looks really good. He looks awesome. I love the derpy helmet. That's cool. Alright. I'm going to open the rest of these. You guys really need to see me open each one? I don't think so. But we're going to take some close-ups, and then you guys can see him in the Death Star.
Oh, guys, let's take a look at the back of the package, actually. The Star Wars Retro Collection is inspired by 1970 Star Wars figures and features original figure design and detailing. Continue your collection from the galaxy far, far away, each sold separately, subject to availability. There's the main crew. Those are the ones that are going to be available. Han Solo, Chewbacca, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper. 0 to 3 sad babies approve. 0 to 3 sad babies approve of these toys. That's really awesome. And again, the back of the package, they all look identical. There's nothing specific to each character. Here is a better look at Vader. Again, look at the weathering on the edges there. That's actually really cool, the way they weathered that. And the sticker is whatever. I do love the artwork of Carrie. Here's a closer look. There she is. Very cool. She even has the vinyl cape. He's got the vinyl cape. That's awesome. And look at the telescoping lightsaber in his hand right there. Alright, here's some close-ups of Han Solo and Chewbacca. That's cool. I love how, just old school he looks. It even comes with his blaster. You can see his little Han's little holdout blaster there on the side. That's cool. I like it. Well, it kind of just fades in there. But it is... is it the same as the Stormtrooper blaster? No, it is definitely different from the Stormtrooper blaster. That is... I just love the artwork. The look of Harrison Ford right there. The face here doesn't look anything like him, but that's kind of the charm of these things. And then here's Chewbacca. I love it. I love that picture of Chewie. I love this. This Chewie right here is like the best. Just that kind of that face he's got going on there is great. And the texture on his... he looks so good. And his blaster is unique too. It's not a bowcaster, is it? Is it the bowcaster? I didn't think it came... I didn't think the original one had a bowcaster. I can't really tell. It does look very similar to a bowcaster. But I don't think that's actually multi-piece bowcaster. It's just like a neat blaster. Now, one thing to notice is there's the Kenner logo. I didn't point that out before. They went and put the Kenner logo on there, and I think that's really cool. Alright, and last we've got Luke Skywalker. There he is, looking off into the twin sunset. Yellow-haired Luke with that telescoping lightsaber that comes out of his hand. I love it. I love it. I think that's so cool. I can't wait to open that up. And then here's a closer look at the Stormtrooper. If you want to see his packaging, I kind of ripped it up, but there you go. That's a Stormtrooper one. I got the tag off a little bit, but... yeah, he looks good. He doesn't hold the blaster too well, which is a little annoying. I had to put it on the larger, thicker rung instead of the normal handle. Maybe that's the way you're supposed to. But overall, I mean, he's pretty cool for a 3.75-inch figure. He's going to look right at home in that Death Star. Alright guys, you can see I've set up the Stormtrooper. I've got the whole Death Star over here. I put the little cardboard in the background. Now I've got all my toys I'm going to open up. Alright, let's do it. First up, let's do Han Solo. Let's open him up. Oh, just rip it. Just rip it. There we go. We've got a lovely Han Solo. He comes with his little blaster pistol. I believe this is the same. Nope, it is a different blaster. I was wondering if maybe they just gave him the same one as the Stormtrooper, but it is clearly a different... Maybe you can actually see it if it's on my hand there. There you go. A little bit better look. But there it is, Han's blaster. I do like Han. I like he's got his arm kind of like off to the side there. Oh, he looks pretty good. Yeah, I like him. I wonder where we got to have him like shooting. Now only one hand, notice this hand here will not hold a blaster. This one will, but it's going to hold it kind of funny. That's an interesting move there. Again, I didn't have the original, so I don't know how accurate these are to that. Maybe the originals did not hold the blasters very well, because these for sure don't either. Look how awkward he has to hold that. He has to hold that really awkwardly. Otherwise, because that bigger end will not fit in his hand. It just doesn't want to go. It keeps popping out. So if you go with the smaller one, it kind of rests on his thumb, and it... You know what? For right now, it's good enough for me. Oh yeah, he's extra derpy looking. Cool. Now they do have the little holes in the bottom of their feet, and there are plenty of pegs here to stick them in. There you go. So he can stand like so. Now, of course, we gotta have Chewbacca, the mighty Wookiee. And, okay, so it's not quite a bowcaster, but it is a very interesting... Now, how does he hold this? I don't think Chewbacca can actually hold this with the way his hands are. Look how open those hands are. You kind of just have to clip it around his arm, maybe. Like, I think you have to... See this little thing here? This little... Can I see it? It'll just clip around his arm. And that's how he uses it. That's an interesting move. Oh, it fell. How the heck... Okay, yeah, no, it does just kind of sit around his arm. I like it, though. I think that's cool. Chewbacca's probably my favorite out of this line. You can see he's got his bandolier painted. There's his satchel. The fur texture. There you go. And in the back, we got something there. Little markings. That is cool. Retro Chewie. Where should we put Retro Chewie? Let's put him right here. Aiming to knock out the Stormtrooper. Who's next? Oh, the princess. Princess Leia. Of course. Let's open her up. That was a little bit cleaner last time. Notice the blue background. Very cool. They each have different colors. Chewbacca had yellow in the background. Luke's got orange. You can see there. Oh, she was stuck to her blaster. Now she does have her little sporting blaster. There we go. Pretty cool looking, right? And then there's the princess herself. Why, hello, princess. She looks cool. I like her vinyl cape. There you go. You can see inside. That's awesome. That is really awesome. Super, super just old school retro. I love it. I really love it. And then a little blaster. Will it go in her hand? Hers, she holds it the best. Better than anybody. Ah, just that face. Just look at her face. That's so cool. She has a belt. Ah, this is, and again, little pegs underneath her feet. Let's set her up. Let's set her up here for some reason. I have no reason to do this, but I'm going to set her up here. Next up, let's take Luke. Luke. Now this one's the coolest. There's the Luke. Here's Helmet Head Luke. He's like a yellow helmet he's wearing, but it's supposed to be his hair. And then there's that telescoping lightsaber. So underneath his arm is this little lever. Woo! Meow. And there's his dinky little lightsaber with the little crooked thing. This is great. I love it. Again, more markings on the back of the leg. Stuff like that. His little satchel, his little wormy satchel. This is cool. Okay, so I love that he's just got like a dinky, bent
lightsaber. Oh no, focus on Luke. Focus on Luke. There we go. There he is, Luke Skywalker. I'm going to put you in the most awkward pose here, Luke. Charge! I don't have a peg for him. Last one I'm going to open up, guys. It's going to be Darth Vader. Alright. Oh my goodness. Darth Vader. Look at that big old giant vinyl cape. And then there's the figure underneath. Ooh, I like the chest box. I think the chest box looks really good. I think it's that classic sculpt. Look at that helmet. Look at that helmet. It's a little better. There we go. We can see it better. Ah, that's so cool. And there's the little... Here's lightsaber action. Whoop. I'm going to get demonetized for that. There we go. That's awesome. Alright, let's... You gotta have... There we go. That's the classic battle. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. Take a look. There they are in their natural element. Leia. That's so cool. This is how these were meant to be seen. These were meant to be in this playset. Ah, this is so cool. So we can also put like... Oh, I knocked over Han. It means it's an official video. But we can also take these guys. We can put them up here. Here's another spot. There's a good spot for Han. Here's a spot for Chewbacca. Will his feet sit on the peg? Yeah, his feet will sit on the peg. And again, we have the extending bridge, which can close up. So we could actually put Luke and Leia up there. That's so cool. Oh, Vader almost fell. I don't really have a foot spot for him. That's so cool. And it's a little dark up there. Maybe we can shed a little light on these guys. There you go. Some harsh shadows there, buddy. Harsh shadows. Here comes Han's shadow creeping up behind you. Han, what are you doing? It almost looks like Han's running. That's cool. There's Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, and Luke Skywalker. I love it. Alright guys, if you see these, they will be at Target starting May 12th for $9.99 each. And also if you go to Target, there's an exclusive vintage, like retro collection game. It's like a board game, and it has an exclusive Grand Moff Tarkin, who was never made in this style. So it's a new figure that's coming out May 12th. Some Targets, they're showing up early, but they're not supposed to sell them until May 12th. So remember, today, it's May the 4th. Be with you. Celebrate the saga. I give these things a big thumbs up. I want to know your thoughts. Is it a thumbs up? Is it a thumbs down? Leave it in the comments below. I like these things. I'm glad I got to bust out the old school Death Star and do this. Guys, it's rad. Till next time, may the Force have with you. Goodbye forever. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. There's a ton of channels here on YouTube, but you chose to watch mine, and I appreciate that. If you want to watch more, click one of the videos on the side. I've got playlists, plenty of new Star Wars stuff, Disney parks, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, all the toys you could think of. You name it, we got it here at the Dano channel. Love ya. Till next time.
May the Force be with you.
Good. Bye. Forever.